If you feel tired, inflamed, frustrated with your weight, you're wondering why nothing works, then this conversation is for you. Because this isn't theory, this is our real life. I'm Angela, this is my husband, Dr. Ryan Russell, and lucky duck, you're going to get to hear from him about his health journey. He can't work out like all y'all, but he's got some very amazing progress he wants to share with you today about his health journey.
Yes, I don't look like I work out. I do mentally, and it's paid off.
So tell us about your health. What's going on here? You've got some apparatus, shall I say.
Oh, man, I was hoping nobody had known. I have Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. I was born with it. It slowly gets worse. So I have to wear this mask because my lungs don't work as well anymore. So I need that to help me breathe. And that's what this tube on top of my head is.
It's not oxygen, it's ventilation. It's the lungs then doing their job.
Like I take a breath, it's like, oh, blows it in there. If you've got sleep apnea or a CPAP, it's kind of like that. And this isn't a fancy gaming chair or office chair I made. It's a power wheelchair. And something really exciting we discovered yesterday. I got new jeans. You know, that's always an exciting time. When I first married Angela and came here, my jeans were 38 inches. And you could only zip them up halfway. Couldn't button them, so I was probably over 40 inches. And we noticed they were getting loose, so Angela got me some new pants. They're 34-inch waist, and they're not tight, right, Angela?
Not at all, and easy to button. Good to have new jeans, huh?
Yeah, so I probably lost like 7 inches. And that's coming from a place where I was trying to lose weight before I knew how to do it. And I think I was only gaining weight. Angela showed me a new way to live, and I've adopted it, and it's been great for me. Absolutely great.
People are doing things, and they don't know why the pounds aren't coming off. It's either cortisol, working out wrong, eating the wrong things, wrong time of day, body type. There are a lot of things going on, but mostly what we have found is metabolic dysfunction causes a lot of your issues. And that's when your insulin isn't working right. Your body isn't working together as it should. It's fighting its own self. And that's why maybe you starve and you can't lose weight. Well, eventually you will.
Yeah, before I married Angela, I went through a couple of years with severe debt. I was probably eating on $100 for groceries, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to eat a whole lot, so that'll help me lose weight, right? But the junk I was eating was ramen, a lot of pasta, a lot of potato, a lot of things that people brought to me. Some days for lunch, I would eat chips and salsa. Like, that's not a lot. That'll make me lose weight. For lunch, I would eat crackers, lunch meat, and cheese. And somehow, I kept gaining weight. I'm like, well, that's it. I can't, I'll never be able to lose weight again. I'm just going to keep getting bigger.
And your sedentary lifestyle didn't really contribute to overall health.
Clicking the mouse got the extent of my physical activity.
You were also inflamed. Your hands were real puffy. It was hard to see his knuckles. It was like a puffy ball with little tiny dots of knuckles.
Yeah, and I had a real, like a gut, pot belly. It was very hard. And I thought, well, my dad had a pot belly that was always hard. It's
like
just
firm?
Yeah, it's just
hard pot belly is visceral fat. So the inflammation and the pot belly. And maybe you want to say I lost 7 inches in my waist. I was 40 inches in my waist.
Yes, in my waist I lost 47 inches.
47?
Okay, so I lost 7 inches in my waist. Not anywhere else.
Okay, so pot belly, big waist.
Yeah, just low energy. I would fall asleep at 2 or 3 o'clock every day. Which, I was living alone. I had to wait for somebody to come help me. And when you're sitting at your desk by yourself and you fall asleep, and your head does like that, only worse, but you can't get it back up, you're in a lot of trouble. So it was really bad for me. Hey, did you see me get my head back up? No problem.
You did.
Anyway.
That's a big deal. Y'all don't know, but if you have Duchenne, you know. Your Duchenne family, you know. If you're not, you don't know. But that's okay. We're glad to have you here anyway.
So anyway, it was a really bad deal.
So you moved here, and tell us about a time when your health was great and grand. Like as a youth, were you always on the heavier side? What do you think about that?
Okay. It used to be when I was young, up to like, let's say 15, I was very slim and trim. I grew up in the 80s. I went outside. For those of you that don't know, outside is what's outside your house. Just so you know. Anyway, I would run around.
And you could go out there and not get kidnapped in the 80s.
Yeah, there were farm fields. There was a ditch. That was like my castle moat. World War One trip. I played a lot outside, and my mom would tell somebody I have muscular dystrophy, Duchenne, and she have to have somebody say, "Well, he can't have Duchenne. He's not fat." Which is like, what the crap, lady? Anyway, go back. Let's go to high school. I start eating French fries every day, soggy French fries.
Good time.
Yeah, 2 things of milk, and others pizza a lot, and I get to where I'm in the middle of my senior year. I'm going up the ramp, and I feel like my whole chest is bouncing with all the. I look at my pictures. I'm just so huge.
I've seen his high school pictures. You were a big old boy.
Yeah, if I can find it, we'll put it up here. Well, as soon as I saw those pictures, I'm like, whoa, I got to do something. So I started a policy where I would eat a meal until I was satisfied, and then I would put it away and like save it, eat it another day.
That clean your plate, parents, you got to stop all that. We know we don't want, I cannot throw food away, but clean your plate. That is bad advice.
Well, hey, I love leftovers, so I like them the next day.
Yeah, eat them the next day. Clean your plate is not helping you or your kids.
Yeah. So fast forward to the end of my senior year, I started like looking a lot better. So I got to college and I had a 34-inch waist.
Wait a minute. You ate till you were satisfied and then you stopped. Pay attention here. Write that down.
Yeah. In fact, I went to bed hungry sometimes, just like, but I'm like, no.
See, that makes me feel so bad. My hungry boy.
Yeah, I could do anything.
I go into bed hungry.
I was young, you could do it wrong and you still lose weight.
But you ate till you were full and then you stopped.
Yeah, so eventually my stomach shrunk. Your stomach stretches based on how much or how little you eat. So when I started eating less, my stomach just got full sooner.
That's why you can have the band surgery or the stapling and have a little bitty stomach and it will still, you have to learn to eat right after all of that. You can't just, it'll stretch.
Yeah, it takes a lot of self-discipline and planning. And who knew I'd get into psychology? I was doing psychology on myself back then.
So then you're off to college.
Yeah, and I get healthy. I'm this big stud muffin guy, becoming king. My waist is like 32, 34 inches. Just living life. I mean, those 2 years were great for me. And then it all turned to online high school or college. And that wasn't as fun. I think the weight started coming back. I know there was a Thanksgiving picture where I was very puffy and inflamed. And then I got sick with C. diff. And I went from that puffy inflamed guy with 34-inch waist to a skeleton with skin because I didn't know I had it.
Unrecognizable. He dropped like what? How many pounds would you say in a very short amount of time, like weeks?
From like 150, 160 to 80. Or something like that. I was like, it was just horrible. I had to buy all new clothes. I'd get like false men's pants with like 28-inch waist. If somebody had picked me up, they would have just fallen like nothing. I mean, it was.
Your pants would have fallen off?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Everybody's like, thought I was going to die pretty soon. I mean, sometimes.
They probably did think that. They're probably scared to death.
Yeah, I asked my doctor, what can I do to gain weight? Because it's hard to gain weight in a healthy man.
So you dropped a ton of weight, and people think, oh, muscular dystrophy, he's on his way out.
Yeah, or had me for that, they probably would have thought I was on drugs. Had this for this, say, okay, it's not drugs. People would say, wow, how'd you lose weight? I want to get on that. Like, no, you don't.
That is a good point because we teach people about targeted fat loss, not just losing. There are a lot of ways to lose weight, okay? Heroin, C. diff, starvation, like a lot of ways. But you want to do it healthy and the right. You want to chase health, not run from obesity.
And so for 10 years, probably it was like 2009 to 2019, I could eat anything. It didn't affect me. I didn't gain weight. I didn't. And then my mom got real sick, stopped making me breakfast. I started eating Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls every day, which are full of salt. I started eating a lot of prepared meals, and
Processed,
yeah,
prepared,
so like 2019, I'm like,
convenience
oh,
food.
I feel healthy now. I'm all skinny, and then it just kept going up. One time, it's hard to weigh yourself in a wheelchair, but my wheelchair, I kind of got the weight. I know the actual weight of it now. And at the time, I think there was at one point I was like 207 pounds. And now, last weight, I'm one like in the 150s.
And you can't measure your height either, but you're not tall. If you stood up, you would not be that tall. And it's probably the Duchenne. Your legs are probably shorter
Yeah,
than they
genetically, I'm
should be.
5'9" because of my dad and
But
brothers.
to say 207 for short stature, like
Yeah,
that was a lot. You
yeah,
had
it
to
was.
get the extra large cushion on your chair.
Yeah, so really, my parents got older. They were taking care of me. So losing all that weight helped them to be able to do that longer. But it wasn't good for me. And then gaining all the weight, that makes it harder to take care of me.
I mean, your mom and dad aren't going to be lifting a 200-pound man
That was just,
or repositioning or moving or adjusting. It's a lot. Trust me. I put his pants on him every day. It takes some strength.
yeah. So it was good then. No, I don't recommend it to anybody. Don't get C. diff for any reason whatsoever. But
You survived.
yeah. And now did I really know how to do stuff? If I could go back to my high school days, I would know something more now than I did then. Starving yourself is not the way to lose weight because that puts your body into a panic mode.
Yes. And you lose muscle. Like you have no muscle to lose. We have to
Yeah.
seriously protect guys with Duchenne. If you didn't catch it or he didn't, I don't remember. You don't have the building blocks in your own body to produce muscle. This is why they stop walking at 12. Their legs aren't strong enough to support their growing body. This is why he has a breathing assist because your lungs are muscles. They don't have the strength. So you cannot be losing muscle. I mean, none of us can, but seriously for you though.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever muscle you're born with, that's all you have the rest of your life. It
We got
just
to
stretches
protect that.
out a little bit. Yeah. So C. diff probably was dangerous for that. Trying to not eat enough meals when I was living by myself, eating 2 meals a day, trying to starve myself. That didn't make me lose weight. It made me gain more. It put my body into panic mode. When I first got here, Angela noticed how hard my stomach was. Right, Angela? It was,
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what's going
yeah, and now my stomach's soft, which,
on? It's normal. When you lie down, I can see your ribs,
yeah, and
as I should.
it still bothers me that I have a gut. But then I talked to one of my doctors. He said, well, because you don't have stomach muscle to hold
Yeah.
that in.
Things sort of, when you sit down, you're like a
Yeah, so what
thing
that
spread
tells
out. It's
me
gravity.
is maybe when I look at the mirror, I don't see a young Arnold Schwarzenegger
What?
or some guy that's all fit, buff. I see the stomach, but everybody isn't built the same. So I'm never going to have a flat stomach with a six-pack abs, but I can be healthy. I can feel good. I can have energy. I don't fall asleep anymore. I stay awake all day. Angela might wish I would fall asleep sometimes.
Well, then you came here and you ate differently. Did you think I ate weird? Or, I mean, when you hardly know someone and you get married and you give up your entire life and move across the country, there's some adjustment.
Well, so I had people warn me, oh, nowadays you're not going to find a woman that cooks like your mom. Well, first,
Thank goodness.
I found somebody. You're amazing at cooking. I love everything you make. Now, I love fettuccine. I love pasta. I get here and Angela's like, oh, we don't eat pasta. We don't. I'm like, what? I just got through living 2 years on top ramen. Like, okay, I love fried potatoes, fried battered okra. He's like, we don't eat that either.
Battered and fried is not something that happens here.
I'm like, but my dad ate everything battered and fried. Look how well he turned out. Oh, wait a minute.
And was a chain smoker. And he lived a jolly old life
He quit
into his
smoking
80s.
his last few years of life, but probably if he'd had a better diet, he might not have gotten dementia and all his other problems. But so that was a big thing. Was I learned how to spread things out, eat smaller meals throughout the day with a lower calorie than you need. Well, that helps you lose weight, but it doesn't put your body into panic mode.
Well, a calorie deficit with the proper macros.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what that means, you hear the word macro everywhere. It's the correct amount of protein, fat, and carbs. And then for dinner, nice, healthy, lean, and green, a lot of protein and vegetables.
Yeah, and so I love the protein part. We cook pretty much, we eat meat and vegetables. I love all the meat, and guess what? It can be good even if it's not battered and fried.
We also sometimes don't eat meat. We're definitely not vegetarians, but sometimes we are. So you could be a vegetarian too and have the correct amount of macros.
Yeah, because you can. It's there's protein out there at various.
I've had eggs and tofu and cottage cheese for dinner. It's not a big deal. I bet Ryan likes his meat. He's a good old boy. Well, protein and vegetables. You don't have to eat meat. You can definitely eat tofu, eggs, cottage cheese. There are a lot of vegetarian options too. Just get your macros right.
Thing for me is vegetables. My mom always wanted to make a salad. Was always trying to get me to eat vegetables, and I'm like,
you love my vegetables.
I liked green beans. I like Brussels sprouts. I like asparagus. That's enough vegetables, right?
Those are perfectly good vegetables.
And chips and salsa. I was getting all kinds of tomato sauces.
And the peppers and the tomatoes and the
salsa. I do like
yeah, good vegetables.
Yeah. Then I got here and Angela put something like cauliflower. I like cauliflower rice. The first time eating cauliflower rice, I'm like, this isn't right. What is this?
Was I like here? I don't even listen to me. When I like presented you with a plate of cauliflower rice, were you like, or because I didn't notice you being like upset or anything?
Oh no, well, I was in love at the time, so I'm like, well, I gotta be tough. I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this.
Did you love it? Did it take time?
I did. You can do really good stuff with it. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. I like that.
Y'all, seasoning. I had a really great air fryer, but we brought your air fryer too. He loves the cabbage in his air fryer.
Oh yeah.
The cauliflower rice, you can make stir fry. You put the eggs in it like regular fried rice.
Yeah.
Only it's cauliflower.
Well, what I like is when you air fry the cabbage and it comes out tasting like corn on the cob. Which, right?
It's magical.
Yeah.
But if you don't think you could ever stand to eat a vegetable, I got news for you. Grow up. And part 2, your taste buds change over like 2 weeks. So if you stop eating the sugar and start eating the vegetables, your tongue's going to be very happy in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It just takes just doesn't take long. You get used to it.
So I've tried a bunch of vegetables and stuff here I wouldn't have tried at home.
And, okay, you had to give up the whatever, but what did you gain? 34-inch pants.
Yes. Energy, health. A ring that doesn't.
Your hands look like hands now. They don't look like when you go to the doctor's office and blow up the glove like they did before. They look like actual hands.
Well, thank you. I thought they did before. That's great. But a big thing was there were certain things like my dad liked to talk about a John Wayne quote, like salad, that's what my food eats. And Alf, the alien Alf, if anyone remembers that, he'd talk about salad. That's food's food. So I'm like, oh yeah, man, that's the way it is.
Men eat vegetables.
Men eat steak and potatoes.
And vegetables.
Then I got here like, oh, okay, it's not like that. So I started trying a lot more things. I never had artichoke hearts. My grandpa hated artichoke hearts. He said, anybody that likes artichoke. So, that's like the family narrative. We didn't eat artichoke.
I don't eat artichokes.
You don't, then why the heck do I?
I don't know.
Oh,
One time I went to St. Louis with my friend and her mom made this amazing salad, which was full of like Parmesan cheese and salt and lettuce and artichoke hearts. And it was fabulous. And I came home and I
oh,
made it for my mother. She called it Angela's famous salad. But I'm
oh,
I'm kind of off artichoke
oh,
hearts
because we
now.
went to your mom's house at time. There's
She probably made
like
it.
artichoke salad. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that first thought. I'm like, oh, no.
It wasn't artichoke salad. It was salad which contained tomatoes, artichokes, probably some
Yeah.
black olives.
So I ate it and thought I liked, like, okay, Angela likes this stuff. We're going to try it. And they're not that bad. Then I
I'm
find
kind
out
of
she's
over
not
it
into
though.
it.
I'm not that into it. What I do like is hearts of palm. That's good
Oh,
stuff.
hearts and palm.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
we've discovered that's high fiber, high protein, low carbs. That's,
Tasty.
yes, and good.
So really, there were vegetables I never even fathomed until I was an adult or knew about because you're in habits. Mom is trying to make dinner. She grabs her basics, the things she makes on
Yeah,
the regular. So when they say things run in families, like, well, everyone in my family's big because look what they're eating. Or everyone in my family has diabetes or some type of
yeah,
metabolic dysfunction. And it's not that you don't know any better because you just do what is done at your house. I had a friend who
yeah,
had like 8 brothers and sisters. Mama was large and in charge. All the daughters were large and in charge. She moved out. She lost so much weight. You can't believe it. Why? Because she got out of that environment where it was pizza on Friday, chicken nuggets on Monday, mac and cheese. Like,
yeah,
that's how they ate.
yeah,
And so when something runs in your family, you can be the one in your family to step out and say, it stops with me. It ends here.
yeah. And a big thing is,
Doesn't run in the family no more.
yeah, if you want, yeah, try running in the family. That,
My dad started running. He ran 30 miles a week.
wow.
He lost a lot of weight. People thought he was sick. Wow, what happened to Al? Why did he lose all that weight? He looked great, but there's a lot of like crab in the bucket syndrome when you try to change your life and go out there and be better, do better, eat better. No, thank you. No birthday cake for me. Come on, have a piece. I have to call my cousin and apologize because she was a very large child. Like you couldn't even see her eyes, and then she decided as an adult, I'm done. I'm going to lose weight. And it was Thanksgiving and she had her bottle of water. And I'm like, aren't you going to eat something? I should call and apologize because I am so proud of her.
You
I
know,
wasn't a health coach at the time. She didn't want to eat. She wanted to drink her water and she wanted to get to her goals, even though it was Thanksgiving.
I remember times when I was young. Sometimes I didn't like to eat sugary things. It'd like bother my stomach, make it feel sick. And I was real. I liked vanilla. That's it. But I would go to birthday parties, things like that, and like my grandma, I'd say, "Hey, I don't want anything." Next thing I know, I'm getting handed a plate with cake,
Yeah.
and it's like,
We need to grandmas are the best. You go to grandma's and she's got all this food and eat. We've got to fatten you up.
yeah, and it's like I didn't want the cake, but I don't want it to go to waste, so I got to eat it.
You don't want to waste the food. That's why you tell your kid to clean your plate. That's why you feel guilty if you don't clean your plate because it's so embedded. But let's stop with the food pressure, the food addiction. You got all these wonderful people at church who don't drink and they're trying to live godly and they're addicted to sugar. I was so addicted to sugar. I still am. There's a cake in this house. I will eat it. I will eat the whole thing. I got to get rid of it. I don't want this in the house. I better eat it. That's me.
But yeah, my addiction was corn chips, tortilla chips.
Mm-hmm.
I would go through both like 3 bags in a week, big bags.
We have discovered Quest chips, and then Ryan has found out you can take protein powder and make chips. So that is on the agenda for the week. Next time we meet, we're going to tell you how that went down.
Yeah, it's great. It gives you that crunch and healthy.
But you're healthy now, and you feel better, and you're probably not going back.
Oh, never. No, like you don't know how long your life is going to be.
Well, none of us know,
None
to
of
be
us
honest.
do. But I live so much better now than I did when I was heavy, when I was not eating well. I'll never go back. I think it's added years to my life and life to my years.
What it's all about. You folks have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us today. We will see you next time. And you can do it.
All right. Bye. I'll cut the all right pipe for now.
You don't have to.
Okay. All right. 30 minutes.